if you don't change, you die. And this is something that has brought me so far right now. I just today I've holy fuck. I don't think I ever worked so much, I guess, but I basically restructured the whole course. It's something I have been a bit stagnant on because once I have a structure of the course, I don't really want to change it because I have all the videos in place. But since I wanted to, my priority right now was to fix the offer, basically adjust and refine the offer so I can basically, when I sell it and promote it, I can feel proud and secure of what I'm selling. I'm not just selling something I made and it's kind of a scrappy product. I wanted really to be as convinced as possible when I sell something. So I wanted to also make it as best as I could. And I just rewatched a few modules. It wasn't the best I could. Maybe people would say, "Oh, it is good," but it is not very much in my opinion. Fuck. I think it is acceptable. I think it's acceptable, but just not like I want it. So I started reviewing a little bit what I could reschedule, what I could remake, starting on from the beginning. Like, how should I start it? Should I start in a different way? I tried to brainstorm. At the end, like, I decided I actually didn't want to change too much, meaning I wanted to keep the let's get started module with the same stuff, but maybe, I don't know, like, honestly I don't know what I wanted to change, but I was also thinking about, should I keep the like know your enemy module, because I feel like this is a bit of a deterrent for people. It's kind of a long module, or maybe I should make it in a shorter version, because I fear that most people will watch 2 modules and stop, even though that's not something probably would happen. But maybe I should not start with that. Maybe I should go straight on with the plan and shit. But I feel like it could be a good thing to add. I have to decide, because I think the order of the first modules is very important, and especially the quality of the first 2 modules. So how to make progress and how to take action actually seem to be a great start. So I basically decided to structure the course, keeping it with let's get started, which basically puts you in a mindset of stay focused while watching this course, like kind of hyping you up. The thing is that I'm not really putting anything to hype you up, like, benefits of working out, sorry, benefits of losing weight or whatever, because I feel like I want to do that like in the video, like the landing page video I was thinking. But now that I say it out loud, I think it could very much make sense to add it in the course as well. So I have to think about it. Maybe I should add it in the let's get started, or maybe in the how progress works. Maybe I should like not even make a specific module, but just integrate it somehow. Anyway, I just got on a side tangent. What I wanted to say is that changing has been so helpful. Because you just, it's one of those things that you start doing and you're like, why did I fucking start? Why didn't I fucking start before? And I've kind of had that today. I was like, there is a lot of work to be done, and I didn't start before. But I also still have to get to the point where I am at that point when I can say, oh fuck, why didn't I start before? Because I still don't have a very solid structure yet, so I'm not really. I also have to record everything once again, which will probably take some time, but I guess that's worth it. I have to spend time somewhere, so I guess I can do that this way. Maybe I can, I don't know. It's like a big work I'm putting myself to. But I think I will be way better off doing that rather than selling a product that I don't believe in fully. So, yeah, embracing change, man. Embracing change has been so good. And I realized that I want to do that as often as I can. I've been complaining so much about getting out of my comfort zone and I should do that and shit. I realized that I have to do it daily basically, and I think I am doing it more often. For example, I got Instagram, okay, very out of my comfort zone. I took the decision to fucking restructure the course. I was always not sure, like, should I not? At the end, I decided, yes, let's do it. I wanna change. I wanna be dynamic. I don't want to stay solid, and I may even try and even like recording videos for the call to action has been a game changer. I literally got a new sale and a good friend from the US by making a video instead of just sending the copy pasting. Who knows if this is actually a game changer? But if I start getting more sales thanks to this strategy, I thought, holy fuck, man. I'm almost set. I just have to find more people to reach out to, and I can kind of call it a job, because if I do that 8 hours a fucking day, man, I think you can get to pretty big numbers very quickly if you have the systems in place to avoid spam detection, which I kind of have now. Holy fuck, I'm becoming a hacker. I made this crazy like sentence crossing on a table, and as ChatGPT was very useful in this case. Look at what I did. So I have basically this table right here, you remember, which lists a bunch of different options from how to start the phrase and how to end it. So many different combinations to say the same thing basically, and I made him fill it out. Okay, this was the filled out version. So all these phrases, these 60 phrases, are the same thing to say the same stuff. Wait. Yeah, but basically they say the same thing but in different ways. Hopefully that will confuse the whatever detection they have. Hopefully that will work. And I mean 60 different stuff. Like before I just had like 5. Okay, 60 is a lot. Like if I can get away with this, and I can just outreach to so many people, I'm on board, man. I don't know if that's the case. Maybe there is like a daily limit you can outreach to. I don't know. Maybe there is. Hopefully I will never hit that. Maybe I should stay below a certain threshold. But yeah, I mean, oh fuck. If there wasn't that thing, it would be amazing. It would be amazing. Maybe I should start seeding new accounts just in case. Anyway, yeah, if that works and I start getting like converting more people, that's amazing. But I'm not sure I will, and I also want to focus on the offer now and maybe use ads or whatever the fuck. Maybe referrals, I don't know. Networking, all of that stuff. And maybe I get so good at making courses, I also make the cooking course. And I start. Yesterday I was very happy because I felt kind of fulfilled. I had a new person I was texting. He was like very kind of a good prospect, and yeah, I also felt like the channel, like the YouTube channel was growing out of nowhere. And I kind of like don't care about it, but it's kind of it kind of gives you some satisfaction when you see your channel growing non-stop. And that's cool. I mean, that's not the best channel I wanted to grow, but still better than nothing, I guess. It also shows me that if I ever want to create another channel or another topic, it may work. I have some experience, some trial and error on this channel, and I feel like I have a better skill set to grow a channel if I ever want to. So it also gives me comfort, to know how this works, and to know like kind of how progress and how growing an audience kind of works. And I'm not a big expert, but like this I have a high perceived likelihood of achievement the next time I ever want to create a channel or content. And as always, consistency is key. Holy fuck, truer than ever. Anyway, yeah, I think I've got to do a few chores and tidy up the room a little bit. And if I can, I will also want to make all the script variations and maybe go to sleep and read a little bit of the book. Yeah, bro, that book, I really, this time, like, I'm reading this book right now, and I really don't want it to be one of those things that I just read and keep reading it like as entertainment. I actually want to embrace whatever the fucking book says and actually take in consideration whatever it says. Even I discussed yesterday about this mindset of having a specific person you're trying to help and not like a general weight loss plan. I never considered, and every time I heard this concept of having a specific thing, I never kind of applied it to my situation. I don't know why, because I probably didn't. I don't know. So now this time I'm really dwelling on that, and every time I fucking read something that, like, having a good market to stay in, uh, targeting the right audience, and all of that stuff, I never actually took that into consideration, and I'm starting to believe I should, because if a person who is way more experienced than me is telling me this, and he's telling me this is very important, maybe fucking is, it fucking is, fucking hell. But yeah, maybe it doesn't apply to this case. Maybe it's just for other kind of businesses. I don't believe so. But yeah, I mean, having a good market, I realize now, is very fucking important. And I see so many, business bros that say, always like stress over, supply and demand. Like, you have to find a good, not saturated market and shit. I mean, I always kind of on them. I kind of overlook them, neglect them. They probably are right. To a certain extent, obviously, you can make up anything in any way if you're lucky and very good at what you're doing, but maybe, or maybe not. But yeah, I'm not really confident on moving forward with the book if I didn't fix the first point, which was having a good market and like targeting to the right people. I will keep reading it, but that will stay in my fucking mind, because I really don't want to, overlook this stuff. I don't want to shun over this information and, kind of ignore it and say, oh, I mean, yeah, this is important, but maybe I can like just overlook it and will not make much of a difference. I've always done that with many information texts and videos and shit, and it never worked, obviously. Only if I say this as a course make. I make a course. I make a course. A course is like a bad thing. I make a course. I am a course maker, and I realize that actually following it is the key. You cannot just overlook a few modules and a few instructions. If you want the result, you actually have to follow the whole thing. And this is why I don't want to overlook that information, and I really am trying to manipulate myself into doing the required actions. Also, I wanted to, the thing I did last a few videos ago about not wasting time on YouTube and repeating it to the camera was so fucking useful. I don't watch YouTube anymore, in the evening when I'm on bed, because I don't know, I just lashed out on myself, and I actually listened. I was like, I mean, he's right. I'm being basically my own coach. That's crazy. And so I will try today. I will try again to condition myself and embrace change, and do not be afraid of change, and don't feel like I am wasting time. So man, if you are whatever, if you are like consciously, unconsciously, pseudoscience reaching out to me, remember, man, you don't have to be afraid of change. You don't have to fucking be afraid of trying out new things, new protocols. Even if you fail, even if like the new protocol, the new structure, you don't like it and it was all wasted, it wasn't wasted, because you learned what could have not worked. If you never went that way, you would have never known it didn't work. Because most case scenarios, like in most cases, you actually, when you change, you get a great output. You get a great outcome out of it. By not changing because you fear that little percentage of not getting a good outcome, you are basically refusing to have more progress overall. Because if you refuse it, you don't get the chance to improve. Okay, so if you don't accept the change, you don't embrace the change, you'll remain stuck where you are. And where you are, if you are in a place which you don't like being, you have to change. Okay, and if that change goes well, then you won. If that change goes not well, then you lost. But you still lost anyway. So it's the same concept as, try whatever the fuck, like take a risk, because worst case scenario, you will live the same life you were living before. And this is the same thing. Holy shit, this makes a lot of sense. This is the same thing. If you don't embrace change, I think I'll repeat this myself tomorrow as a first thing in the video. If you don't embrace change, actually tomorrow I don't think I will have time to record. Maybe I can make a... No, I don't wanna fake it and record it now. But yeah, if you don't embrace change and nothing changes, you're in a bad spot and you don't change, you lose like a priori. You lose at the start. You know, you don't give yourself chances to win. So in order to even have a chance to progress, you have to risk being wrong and doing a bad change, which again most likely will not happen. Most of the times when you change something, you actually like it more than before. This is something you noticed along your life. Like you do a change, you're not sure, you kind of mess up, and that mess up, that mistake, that change actually turns out to be the perfect fix, and you were like, holy shit, if I didn't make that mistake, I would have never had this amazing discovery. And this is always like that. This is always like this. So change, man. Don't be afraid of change. Whatever happens, happens. Whatever the quote was, I really like that quote. I think it's from an anime. Yeah, but whatever happens, happens, man. And I really suggest you change, because you change. Whenever you fucking change, you always change for the better, most of the times. And when you change for the better, you are proud of yourself and you kind of just progress. So if you're not changing, you're not progressing. And if you're not progressing, you're going nowhere and you want to go somewhere. So if you don't want to go not nowhere, you have to do something to go somewhere. And that something is to change. So if you don't change, you don't go nowhere. And yeah, so change, man. Don't be fucking afraid. Take every fucking opportunity. Be crazy. Take the chances, take the risks, and even in your course making the project, don't be afraid of experimenting with new structures and shit. Think it through, be reasonable, and act upon those decisions. I will revisit this concept tomorrow with a report. For today, it's kind of everything. Today I worked over 9 hours on the scripting and planning the course. Very proud of that, and I've got to do a few more chores and go to sleep. Very productive day if it ends well.